My name is Deangelo. I was born and raised in Chicago and was adopted into a Christian family as the youngest of 13 children. My older brothers and sisters weren't always nice, but my one brother, Jeremy, I looked up to the most. He was the only one I felt like I could talk to, but he suddenly passed away from a rare heart condition. I felt like I had no one and learned that getting in trouble was the only way to get attention from my parents that I always desired. I would always battle against my inner thoughts, saying stuff like, if God was real, why am I suffering? Why do I always feel so alone? And why did you take my brother? Years later, we moved to Maryland, and I started attending Grace every week with my mom and dad. I started to make small changes to have more faith in God, but I don't think I was ready. I'd found love in cars, motorcycles, and many other material things, and fell down a path of true loneliness and sin. It felt like the devil himself had his hands around my neck. I was at my lowest point, and it felt like my life was falling apart. I began to feel the storms in my life were raining down hard on me. While I was incarcerated for a crime I did not commit, I had met a man who said he was a pastor. I received my first Bible and said my first prayer in years. I decided to join Rooted, and it was the best decision of my life. I finally could feel my life getting better. But on February 25th, I was hit by a car on my motorcycle and thought it was the end. My heart stopped and I had to be resuscitated. I saw my life from start to finish. When I woke up in the hospital with tears in my eyes, I realized none of it had mattered. It felt like I was reborn and I had to relearn how to live. I humbled myself and gave my life to Jesus, and I couldn't be more thankful for that day. Christ came into my life and peace began to wash over me like still waters, like Christ was calming the storms in my life. Now, I no longer care how my life looks because it feels amazing. I've learned so much and I don't feel alone anymore. Today, I'm taking a step of faith, declaring publicly that I've given my life to the Lord and I am ready to be baptized.